Well, on to Springwatch now, and tonight we're on the trail of something you might never have seen before. The very rare Great Crested Newt.
Yes, while lack of rain the past 2 years means there are now far fewer fish in our rivers and ponds, that's good news for newts and other creatures that fish like to eat.
Our environment correspondent David Gregory has spent time with wildlife expert Stefan Bodnar in the hope that booming newt numbers might just increase the chance of you and me finding one.
This is Middleton Lakes Nature Reserve on the Warwickshire-Staffordshire border, and it's run by the RSPB, but we haven't come here to come bird watching. Instead, we're looking for something that's out there in that water, and we're going to have to wait till after dark to find it.
We're looking for the very rare Great Crested Newt, and here's our first sign we could see some tonight.
So Stefan, what have we got here and why are they important?
Well, these are fantastic little creatures. These are grass snakes, and we find these all over the reserve in large numbers.
And why do you find them here?
Well, these enjoy eating newts, amongst other things. They enjoy eating newts and frogs and toads.
So if we're looking for newts, finding something that eats amphibians is a good sign then?
Absolutely. These are a really good indicator that there's lots of amphibians about, including newts.
So grass snakes are a sign that this is a good site for newts, but does that include the very rare Great Crested Newt? Time to grab a torch and check out the water. And pretty soon we get our first glimpse of the Great Crested Newt, although it is just a glimpse.
Oh, there's one there. Right, I've got one. Really close in.
You got him.
Luckily, Stefan is licensed to handle these rare amphibians, allowing us a chance for a closer look.
Fantastic.
So what have we got, Stefan?
Oh wow, we've got a couple here. There's certainly a male I can see here, which is the one here with its lovely crest, and there's a female there as well without the crest. So we've got the male and the female together.
Now out of the water his crest is flat, sticks to the body.
You don't see it at all, yeah, it just sort of flops over really.
But you do see that lovely orange.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? And these are very individual to each particular newt, so you can identify that pattern will be different to another newt of the same species in the same pool.
Back in the water then, but surprisingly, this isn't where they spend most of their time.
So Stefan, what are the newts doing at this time of year?
Well, this time of year you'll find them in the water. They're mating, basically. So the males, we've seen a few of them here, they're displaying to the females and they're showing their big crests off.
And do they spend all their time in the water then?
No, they're a very terrestrial species actually. A lot of their time is spent on the land. And later on in the season, you'll find them underneath rocks and underneath piles of rubble and underneath vegetation. So this is really the only time of year that we find them in the water. By the end of June, they're gone.
There's lots of great bird life here at Middleton Lakes. I mean, it's an RSPB reserve. But as we've discovered tonight, if you can tear your eyes away from the birds in the skies and look down into the lakes themselves, well, you might just catch sight of one of our rarest and most beautiful amphibians.
Oh, do you know what? They made me feel quite sick. I'm just sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for giving us that little bit of inside information. We're seeing